I don't know who needs to hear this, but God is saying they put their mouths on the wrong one. The Lord is saying, gone are the days where you defend yourself. He says you don't have to prove who you are anymore. You don't have to over explain. You don't have to perform for validation. You don't have to bend over backwards just to convince people that you are who God already called you to be. He says, the only approval you ever needed was mine. The Lord is saying to someone, you wore yourself out trying to make people see what heaven already confirmed. He says, you kept showing receipts when I already signed your name in ink. You kept trying to show them your worth, and they continuously overlooked you because they had no perception of value. They don't even recognize what valuable looks like. But God is saying, you held on long enough. You stood firm. You stood 10 toes down when it would have been easier for you to crumble. And now I'm taking it from here, he says. The Lord is saying they never thought you would rise. They never thought the day would come where your elevation would happen suddenly. They never thought you would bypass them. They never imagined you could outgrow the spaces they tried to confine you to. And because they didn't see you rising, they lacked preparation. God says your enemies failed to prepare. They failed to stretch themselves. They failed to seek me beyond what was convenient. Yes, it looked like they had more than you. Yes, it looked like they were ahead. But now they see they were never building with me. Everything they did was in their own strength. And human strength cannot compete with supernatural favor. God says the way I'm ruling in your life is supernatural. What I'm establishing in you can't be manufactured. What I'm placing on you cannot be duplicated. What I'm doing through you can't be matched. God is saying to someone, they cannot hold a candle to what my hand is doing in your life. And he's saying, I don't need you to strive anymore. I don't need you to prove anything. I don't need you to fight for position. I don't need you to announce your arrival. From here on out, simply exist in what I've called you to be. Simply walk in your calling. Simply bask in the glory that has risen upon you. For you are a light of the world. A city set on a hill cannot be hidden. You've always been called to shine before others so that your Father in heaven may be glorified. He says, so shine. Let them watch. Let them sit with what they thought about you and compare it with what I'm revealing about you. Let them come to terms with the fact that they misjudged you. Let them process how they overlooked what heaven already endorsed. Because this elevation is not temporary, he says. This vindication is not partial. And the table is not just spiritual. The table is physical, it's visible, it's undeniable, and I prepared it with my hands, says the Lord. If this word resonates with you, I ask, as always, take it back to the Father for confirmation so he can give you instruction, direction, and clarity on what he wants you to do moving forward. But I love you guys, and we'll talk soon. Bye.